Good morning, Mrs. Harper. Welcome to the airwaves of WGBB and AM 1240 WGBB of New York.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
Mrs. Harper, I know the weather is gloomy outside in New York, but there are bright things ahead of us in Guyana. And on behalf of all the Guyanese in New York, I want to, first of all, take this few moments to welcome you to New York, and more so to welcome you as our next Prime Minister of Guyana.
Thank you very much, and we are working hard, the PPPC team, to make that a reality.
Now, judging from your background as a career diplomat of high esteem, everyone wants to know what motivated or what have actually prompted you to transition from a career diplomat of very fine standing into politics.
Well, having served Guyana as a diplomat for nearly 4 decades now, the offer, when it was presented to me, made me think how much more I could offer to my country. In what other fields could I give as I have been giving to Guyana? And so I thought that it was certainly, first of all, an honor for the PPP to consider me for this position. And so I felt it would have been a privilege for me to serve my people as Prime Minister of Guyana. And I sincerely hope that we do have the result in the elections that would allow me to serve in that capacity.
As a Guyanese female, as a mother, I don't know if you're a grandmother yet, but there are certain issues that I note that can capture your attention, issues that are prevalent in Guyana. What are some of these things that you will choose to address in your tenure as Prime Minister?
Well, first of all, I am a mother. And I am a grandmother. I have
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you. I have 2 adorable grandchildren, 2 granddaughters whom I dote on. But certainly with our economic progress that we've had over the last decade, sustained economic progress, and the vision of the party for Guyana, for that progress to continue, we are very concerned that we have not just sustained economic progress, but social progress as well. It must go hand in hand. And so for us, the social sector is important. The livelihoods of people, the quality of life. And so the issues that I have been speaking on are those that relate to that aspect of our manifesto. The whole issue of better families. The foundation of the good foundation of a nation is a good family. Having women who can stand in the corner of their sons through everything. The support of fathers to their daughters. It is so important for that bond between the father and daughter to be secure. And for us to be able to have the morals that we have upheld in the past, and for those to remain and be strong. I also reserve the right. Of course, we've had a very good track record, but we can do more. We right now stand at number 33 out of 136 of the countries that have been reported upon in the Global Gender Gap Report, as being a country that is progressive in terms of empowerment of women in the political arena. And we can improve on that. We can improve on helping our women to earn better, have their businesses, more businesses, empowerment in every sense of the word, to be equal to the men. We don't want to leave the men out. We can't do without the men. The men can't do without us. We have to do this together. Domestic violence is an issue too that I would want to work with all stakeholders to try to see how we can curb this in our country. It is we have been we have put legislation in place. We have the Domestic Violence Act. We have the legislation that has been put in place for that. We have to look at implementation. We have to look too at how we can get our women to feel more confident in coming forward to talk about their experiences about domestic violence, not to leave them in the situation that some of them are in now. And also to educate the younger people too about how not to stay in domestic in situations that lead to domestic violence.
But I think that your being a female will bridge that gap, because women feel a lot more comfortable in extrapolating themselves to someone of their gender from a confidential standpoint and from a standpoint of connectivity. You yourself, this being your second marriage, you can share and connect some of the strings with what they are going through. But you are mostly viewed as a beacon of hope, because you did not allow that downturn in your life to dictate your future. You went on, you championed on that, and today you're a people's champion. What do you say about that?
Well, certainly I would like to do as much as I can to give hope to women who are experiencing domestic violence. I did experience that. I have moved on. I've forgiven my former husband. But it's important for us to encourage. And so I know that there are many NGOs in Guyana that are working in communities. And so, we would like to strengthen that mechanism and have a holistic approach involving all the segments of society that can come together, the churches, the faith-based organizations, to work along with this. The other issue that that is also dear to me and that has been included in the manifesto as another aspect of looking at how we care for our society, care for the citizens, and ensuring that no one is left behind in the economic progress that we see for our country. And that is the elderly. They have a role to play still. Some of them who are retiring but can still give back. There are those too who are aged, and who also need care. So that is an aspect that we will be covering in our vision for the next 5 years. And we're also concerned too to ensure that the persons who are differently abled, their rights are respected. They're able to have jobs, and we also have to ensure too that we, having signed on to the UN Convention on Disabilities, that we implement the obligations that go with that convention. One of them has to do with ensuring that there is access to public buildings for persons who are differently abled.
So in summation, if I may accurately describe your intent, you will be mostly focusing on two terminologies. One is hope and the second is care. I respect that very kindly. All Guyanese should be proud of someone who will fly those two banners. I think those are areas that required much more attention. Not to say that attention wasn't being given, But yes, there is always room for improvement
Yes.
and continuity.
Yes.
And with that, I want to thank you very kindly. I know you've got a very busy schedule ahead of you, and best of luck. And I wish the next time that we sit together, I will have the honor of saying, Madam Prime Minister.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you.